everyone. So today I'm just gonna have you with me while I prepare my turkey to put it in the oven. I do baste my turkey, so I will be doing that throughout the day. This is an 18-pound turkey, and I do stuff my turkey. So this is one of the turkeys that we make are the ones that we butcher ourselves, and so and I needed to use this one. It's not the prettiest one we did, but the leg poked through the plastic, and so you'll see this discoloration. Sorry, Maddie's at the door. You'll see this discoloration a little bit, and that's okay. It's just the tip of the leg bone. Everything else is just fine. So I needed to use this one first. So I have my turkey's been rinsed off, and I placed it on a cookie sheet that's on foil. Last night I chopped up the vegetables that I put in my stuffing, which is onion, celery, and apple, and then I put some dried cranberries and cherries, and that will go in my stuffing, which I use just the herb seasoning cube stuffing. I do add some seasoning to that, so I'll also be doing that. And then I create this butter, olive oil, pesto type thing that I put in between the skin and the meat of the turkey. And I'm going to try to do that as best as I can. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started doing that. In the meantime, while I'm working on putting the stuffing together and putting this buttery mixture, pesto type thing in between the meat and the skin for moisturizing the meat while it's cooking, I'm going to show you what goes inside of the stuffing. Alright, so here in this pot here, I have the heart, the liver, the neck of the turkey, and some bone broth, and that's going to cook. In this other pan, I have some spicy Italian sausage that we raised on our farm. This also goes inside of the turkey. Now, our sausage had more fat content in it than I like, so I've got to drain the fat off. Otherwise, we're going to have too much fat in our turkey thing, and it won't be good. But the sausage, we found out, just really complemented the stuffing. So I'm cooking this up. This is going to go inside of the stuffing, and I'm cooking up the neck as well. So I've just got to get that boiling. All right. So I first am going to try and get my hands in between the skin and the meat of the turkey, and I'm going to go ahead and try and add this. Now this is really soft, though it's butter, it's also olive oil, so it prevents the butter from hardening in the refrigerator. So if you ever want to like make a butter soft for your use and leave it on the counter and stuff, you can't leave it on the counter, but you want your butter to remain soft, just mix it with some olive oil and it will surely do that. So what I'm doing here is I'm getting my hand in between the skin and the meat. Now this skin is torn on this turkey, so it's not pretty, but that's okay. I'm not too concerned about it. I just want to make sure that I have a moist turkey. Now I see that how the skin just tears. So I put my turkey, and I'm especially going to do it with this one, in a bag, and it holds the moisture in. Right now, I don't use my drippings for gravy, especially when I have sausage added and I've added a bunch of other fats, because it makes the gravy too oily and then it hurts my stomach. So I don't want to do that, but I do want to get the skin loosened up a little bit more on some of these spaces. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take this and then just coat the underskin area. Now it's olive oil, butter, cilantro, and salt. But the garlic is from the farm, so that was nice to be able to utilize that, and it just was lovely. So I'm really just coating it. Now I don't inject the meat. I don't think it's necessary. This is going to be a packed, flavorful turkey, and there's not going to be a need for all of that mumbo jumbo. So this is the messy part of it. I'm going ahead and just wherever the skin is loose, I'm tucking in some extra goodness, yeah? If there's clumps of butter in here, I don't mind that. I'm just going to stick it in wherever I can. So, it's going to be a delicious, superb turkey. Alright. So let me know what you guys do with your stuffing leftovers. This year I think I'm going to make some pie crust and roll it out super thin, put it in little tins, like a cupcake tin, and then I'm going to fill it with stuffing and cranberry sauce and turkey and maybe some of this butter mixture, and maybe I'll cook it, close it up and cook it and be a little Thanksgiving pastry ball. Who knows? It depends on my desire to get back into the kitchen after cooking all day today. So that being said, it looks ugly right now, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. It's going to be a delicious turkey. All right, so I went ahead, so as you guys all know, if you make Thanksgiving dinner, there's multiple things to make throughout the day, and the turkey is the first thing that has to be prepared. And so I am working on that. As you see, the sausage is done, it's strained. I just have the meat here, and I have put it in here. I don't make breakfast on Thanksgiving. I really kind of take some stuff off my plate, but I do make like snacks throughout the day while people are waiting for their dinner. And so I have some eggs that are fresh from our farm. I've washed them. They are going to go into a pot and I'm going to boil them. I'm going to make some deviled eggs because Paisley and Paisley and my father-in-law love deviled eggs. My husband, no, but they do. And I also cut up last night when I was prepping for today. I did some celery, cucumbers and peppers, and I'll do a little bit of ranch dressing, and that'll be some snacks throughout the day that they can all partake in and enjoy. All right, for my seasoning, I'm still waiting for the neck and stuff to finish cooking. It's boiling in the bone broth right now. I use thyme, celery, salt, and poultry seasoning. Now, I know that I also use the seasoning that's in the seasoned package. I like more than what they put in here, so I add some. And I'm not going to add salt because we have the saltiness from the rub that I've put on, as well as from the sausage, and I don't want to make it too salty. You can always add salt, but you can't take it out. So, that being said, we can start combining this. I put all my bread crumbs in this bowl, and and this is everything that I chopped up last night. It's the onions, celery, apple, dried cherry, and cranberry. And I don't have a recipe for this. I just make it up as I go. I just pour some thyme in there, some celery salt. Celery salt, by the way, I found out is a really good preservative for meat. So, I don't know, and some poultry seasoning. Right, that should be good for those. When you get a spoon, stir this around, stir in the sausage, and then I'm going to go ahead and get the eggs on and get them boiling. Nothing fancy about that. And then when the neck and heart and liver are done, I will bring them over here, pull as much meat off the neck as I possibly can, and chop up the heart and the liver, and that will go in here along with the sausage. We'll incorporate it and we'll stuff our bird. After that, we're going to put it in a baggie. It's going to go in my turkey roaster. I'm not going to cover it with foil. That will come later on. And basically, I like cooking in a bag because it actually holds all that juices in, and the turkey will slow roast inside that bag and cook really, really tender meat. I mean, it just falls off the bone. So this is an 18-pound turkey. I cook it at 325. I do take out I only have one rack that I use in the oven. This is why I have a single oven. I need a double oven, but we'll get there someday. You cook it at 325. An 18-pound turkey can cook for about 4.5 hours-ish. I usually go by temperature. I wrote down my temperatures of what I needed at. In the internal, it's about 4.5 hours, right? And I go by the temperature. The stuffing needs to be, and do not go to the bone for your temperatures, right? The internal stuffing needs to be at 165. The breast, this part of your turkey here, the center of it, not in the bone, needs to be at 170. And the thigh, which is here, and these are really thick pieces of meat, needs to be at about 175. So basically, when I get the stuffing about 165 and those temperatures, I get close to it, I pull it out and it's going to rest for around 30 minutes or so. All right, so I have cooked the neck, the heart, the liver in some bone broth, which I will use to moisten the stuffing. And now I'm going to, it's very hot, by the way, so I've got to be really careful so I don't burn myself. I'm going to use this little knife and get some out with some forks here. I had another fork, so I'm going to need to take them out so they'll cool, right? Here's a little bit so that I don't burn myself too much. All right. And so I have this here to put the stuff in, so I'm just going to cut this up. I love this in my stuffing. So, and it's really good for you. All right, so I got a phone call, so I had to take that phone call. So I have the sausage in here, the onion, the celery, the cranberry, the apple, and the cherry. I've put in my seasonings. Here's the turkey heart, liver, and neck meat that we just chopped up. I'm gonna stir that in nicely, and then I'm gonna take this broth that has, it's nice and warm here, and I'm just gonna add it to the stuffing. And then I'm gonna stir it around here. And so when I will have extra stuffing, and I will put that into a dish, into the refrigerator, and tomorrow or at some other point, I'll probably bake it in the oven. But this is the stuffing. So let me know if you guys like stuffing and if you make that in your home. All right. So these are the oven bags I use right here. And so the turkey is going to go into an oven bag. Inside of this is my turkey pan. This pan, it came with our scalding kit as a fryer. And my turkeys typically are so big they don't fit in your traditional roasting pan. So my husband actually goes, why don't you just use this, because we don't use it for anything. And you know what? It works perfect. It works perfect for large turkeys. So brilliant on the man front. And I'm going to put the bird in the bag before I stuff it. And the reason why is because my skin is not going to hold the stuffing in like it traditionally would. So I'm going to go ahead and slide, kind of like a pillowcase, right? So I'm going to do half of it in a bag like this. I don't know if you can see. And so where the neck and the top of the bird is up here, it's back down. And I'm going to go ahead and use my hands and just grab some stuffing. And I do get messy, and I'm gonna just turn around and try and shove as much of this in there as possible. Now this buttery pesto-y mix is gonna go really good with the stuffing, and so that'll be great. So a lot of people don't like stuffing their bird because they're worried that their bird is not going to get done in time. Just remember, slow cooking, give yourself the time to do it right, and then so the top is stuffed, and then take that pressure off of yourself, and then allow yourself the opportunity to stuff your turkey. I think you'll like it if you just give yourself the time. So now I'm going to just go ahead and stuff the cavity. A lot of this is going to fit in there just fine. I have used stovetop stuffing before. I'm not a fan of that. Paisley is. She loves it. I think I'm going to be able to use all of this actually in the turkey, which is fantastic. I'm wondering if next year I'm going to have to do 2 turkeys. I don't know. But I think I'll be able to fit the rest of this in there, which is great. If I do have to do 2 turkeys, you all will know about it. Anyway, again, my oven is ready. This turkey is just about ready to go in. Yeah, I used all of it. Fantastic. Because I don't really have space in my refrigerator right now. And now I'm going to wash my hands real quick, and I will come back, tie up the plastic, we'll put the bird in the roasting pan, and we'll get her in the oven. All right, so I've got the turkey in the bag. Close up the bottom. I'm setting it inside. To give you any idea, this is an 18-pound turkey. I don't want to touch my camera. 18-pound turkey totally fills up this pan. I'm going to go ahead and put it into the oven. And remember, the oven is at 325. I'm gonna cook it in here. I won't have to baste it for quite some time because this bag is gonna fill up with warm air, and the moisture from all of this butter and the juices of the turkey are gonna sit inside this bag, and the turkey is gonna slow roast in its own juices. It's gonna be divine. It's gonna fall apart. When we get towards the end, I'm actually going to take off the bag or open it up at the top and allow the top of it to get crispy a little bit, so that if anybody wants to eat off the top, they can, and it turns yummy. Now, this isn't going to be as pretty as I think it could be because the skin is torn, and that's okay. We knew that. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put it in, and then I'll bring you guys back for when the turkey is done and just show you what it looks like. All right, happy Thanksgiving. Ouch. Yeah. You guys have got to look at this. So I'm done with the plastic now. As far as over the bird, I want to show you this. I think that you're going to really just want to bite. See the meat? The bone's already sticking out right there. The bone is over there. The meat is already falling off the bone. It's fogging up the camera. So sorry. Yeah, it's falling off the bone. It isn't pretty looking, but man, it's gonna be really, really good. Because I've got green bean casserole, sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes to get out, as well as rolls and cranberry sauce and all the usual delicious things that my family loves on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, and I hope that you guys cherish every moment that you have with your family, and that you choose joy and kindness. Happy Thanksgiving.